The average screen time around the world is 6 hours and 38 minutes. Around the world. And it's not even from like the younger generations, it's anyone aged from 16 to 64, it's 6 hours and 38 minutes. Narrow it down even more to Gen Z, which I'm Gen Z, and all of my clients, by the way, I run a coaching program for scrolling addiction down in the description. If you narrow it down to Gen Z, it's even more, 7 to 9 hours of average screen time every single day. And the thing is, you've probably looked around at other people around you and you just can't stand it. Like, you can't stand the fact that you're struggling with a small little device that takes up hours and hours of your life, not even your day, let alone your day, your life. And you just look around at all these people around you and you just can't stand it. Like, how are these people content with it? How do they not find a problem with it? How are they just accepting it? And that's what I struggled with too, because like 2 years ago, I was horribly scrolling. Like, I was scrolling 8, 10, 12 hours every single day. Like, genuinely, I would be scrolling day in, even into the night, into the next day, like 2, 4 a.m. But the thing is that every time I would go out somewhere, like let's say a doctor's office, I would try my best to not be on my phone, at all. I try to be like, you're looking out into the wall, being super bored, because I was ashamed about it. I didn't want other people to know that I was constantly on my phone when in reality, everybody's on their phone. But I was still ashamed about it. I was ashamed about the fact that I couldn't control what I wanted to do. I would make these promises to myself. I promise that I'll never scroll again. Very next day, I'd break it again. I was stuck with this shame and guilt of breaking promises to myself every single day just because I couldn't stop this one addiction. But you're not alone in this. Like, there are plenty of other people around the world who actually want to do something with their lives. They want to build a body, they want to build a business, a brand, anything. But they actually want to build. And that's what these videos are for. I want to help the builders out there who actually want to make something, help themselves or even humanity, who want to actually make a difference. And so when you look around at all these people who do scroll, don't think that that's normal. It might be common, sure, it might be everywhere, it's everywhere, but it's not normal. It's not normal to look at an electronic screen for 8 hours or more every single day. It's not normal. But what is normal is actually building something. Like, humans are built to grow. Like, it's obvious, like in the teenage years and baby years, it's physical growth, right? You're becoming bigger, stronger, more intelligent. But after that, it's mental growth, it's spiritual growth, it's any other growth in any other area that you want. But most people don't get that growth because they're too busy on their phones. They're putting all their brain power, attention, their best years of their life into their phone. And so I want to give you a secret tip that most people don't talk about. I want you to act like it's a challenge not to scroll. And not challenge as in it's difficult, but as in, imagine like a challenge like on YouTube, like Mr. Beast's, whoever stands in this circle the longest gets $1 million or something like that, right? Imagine yourself being in a challenge like that, where it's just you get a reward if you don't scroll. And the way to implement this in your actual life to help you to stop scrolling, imagine yourself versus all of the other people you see. So people who are scrolling 7, 8, 9 hours a day, you want to get below that average, which, by the way, I'm not telling you to go to 0 immediately, because I tried it. It doesn't work. I promise you. If you want to get to 0, which most of you people who are watching actually do, you have to get there slowly. It's not one day you're scrolling 8 hours, next day you're scrolling 0. No, it's a slow, gradual process. But the challenge I have set out for you is to go below the average. First, go below the average of Gen Z, which is 7 to 9 hours a day. Let's say you get 6 hours, right? when you get to 6 hours, go below the daily, like the worldwide average. Let's say you scroll at 4 hours a day. And then at that point, you can set out challenges for your personal self, like going from 4 to 3, from 3 to 2. But the real big tip that I have for you is that to reduce your screen time, you have to do it slowly. That's why I mentioned the challenge. You want to challenge yourself slowly in steps. Like I'm telling you, if you're one of the, like a bad case like I was, scrolling 12 hours a day, don't expect yourself to go to 0 because it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. But what will happen is that you try to go to 0, you immediately fail, as you probably should and you deserve, and then you get discouraged and then you go back to 12, if not 14, because you felt bad that day. So I want you to be honest with yourself and realistic. If you want to reduce your screen time, it's going to be in small steps. Like for me, it took months to get out of it. And honestly, you can get out of it much faster if you actually know what you're doing. So I had zero idea, right? But by watching these videos, by getting help from other people, then you could massively reduce how long your screen time and your scrolling addiction sticks with you. Now, after that tip, I'm just going to be real with you. I help out people with the scrolling addiction. And if you want to get there as fast as possible, you want to get rid of this addiction quickly, then I got you, because I'm running a 21-day scrolling detox, and I will coach you through this entire scrolling addiction from start to finish in 21 days or less. If that sounds like something you'd be interested in, you can go ahead and click the link in the description just to check it out and see the other people that I helped so far.